Big change was periods of participation, the POP that we've already been talking about. And I was really curious where they came from, and maybe some of you were also, why did these appear all of a sudden? And I think it has to do with the fact that, one of the objectives of WIOA was to have tighter relation between the different titles. And Title I always had data on an individual level reported directly to the Department of Labor, but the Department of Education and Title II is mandated that they cannot do that. They can only report aggregated data. And as we know, adult education is open entry, open exit. So when you have aggregated data and you have program years, which is unique to Title II, the others don't have the program years, you get this good aggregated data, but you don't get any information on those who come and go. So that was one thing. So now they want to start tracking when you've exited a program, and the way they want to do that is just mark 90 days of absence. So automatically you'll be marked as exiting if you've had 90 days of absence. But then of course you can come back. So you could have as many as 3, possibly 4 periods of participation could be squeezed into one program year. But more than that, a period of participation can span program years. And there was another little envious thing, I guess, that we at Title I has that Title II never did, because it always started at the beginning of the program year, ended, and you started again from fresh with a new program year every year. But now with periods of participation, you're actually tracking a student that hasn't had 90 days of absence yet, could go on several months or even another whole program year and be one period of participation. So long story short, this required a lot of changes in the software. We've implemented them. We have tables 1 through 4 that are now available, a summary audit report, and some period of participation reports. And if you look in TE today, it'll be under a preliminary submenu. So you go to NRS tables, it'll say preliminary, but probably after the Summer Institute, we'll take out the preliminary and just move them up, and they'll replace the existing NRS tables. So I just want to give you a quick update on where that is. This year, we also added the ability to restrict teacher rights to adjust their classes. And then these other 3 things were requested by the state of Oregon. It was just ways in our data integrity report to better track students who've had 40 hours or not had 40 hours, whether or not they had pre-post tests and so on. And then outside of TOPS Enterprise, we've been doing some more work in eTests. We've had our HTML version of eTests out for some time. For those that you don't know, I'll give you a quick update. The web protocol we were using up until last year was Silverlight, so Microsoft product. Microsoft stopped supporting Silverlight because HTML became a common protocol that all the tech titans decided they wanted to commonly use. So we've now made all our changes, so we have an HTML version, and that supports Chromebooks. People have already been using Chromebooks for some time now, and we will soon have iPads available. The issue with Android tablets is HTML is compatible with Android, so that's not the issue. The issue right now is security, so we have a secure browser, and that works on any PC, Windows machine. And what's special about Chromebooks and iPads is that Google and Apple have made these products with a special kiosk mode just for testing, because they know that Chromebooks and iPads will be used in schools, and schools are doing testing with these. So they put in their own security. So this is why we don't have to put our secure browser into those mobile devices, Chromebooks and iPads. But as soon as you say Android tablet, now you're open to any little thing in the world, and they don't have any common standardization, and we can't put our secure browser in there. So I don't know what the answer is to Android tablets, and I don't know if any of you even have a need for those in general. So if you do, let me know so I can think about what a possible security solution might be. But what's safe to say is get Chromebooks or iPads, and these devices will be supported.